I'm Wayne Pollock. I'm a thought leadership ghostwriter serving big law and boutique law firm partners. I help these partners build their practices and their prominence one word at a time. Let's talk about the magic of timely thought leadership and what many lawyers and law firms get wrong about timely thought leadership. Those lawyers, those law firms, they often view timely thought leadership as inferior to evergreen thought leadership. The idea being that timely thought leadership is way too ephemeral. If you are using your thought leadership to cover recent developments in the law, to cover recent developments in the news or in the business world or in society overall, you are going to be creating content that gets stale. And it's not going to have the staying power that, let's say, evergreen content might have, evergreen thought leadership content that's normally focused on how to do certain things, investigations, deals, etc. in the legal world. The idea being, let's create thought leadership that has a bit more of a shelf life than timely thought leadership that's likely to go stale quickly. And if you need any great examples of stale thought leadership, go to any law firm's COVID-19 Resource Center. That was a great idea in March 2020, in April 2020, and maybe even in November 2020. But now, not very helpful, and obviously it looks and feels very stale. So this conventional wisdom is that evergreen thought leadership is always better than timely thought leadership because of the longer shelf life. But what all of these lawyers and all of these law firms get wrong about timely thought leadership is that it is magic, because timely thought leadership is an ongoing approach to thought leadership. And if a law firm or a lawyer takes an ongoing approach to timely thought leadership, consistently putting out timely content, it positions them and their firm and their practice group as a thought leader because it makes them appear to have their finger on the pulse of the subject matter they're discussing. And you can think about how various law firms, various practice groups, various types of lawyers could have their finger on the pulse of their practice by focusing on covering recent developments. So for example, if you're a money laundering attorney or you have a white collar defense practice, you could be tracking recent prosecutions regarding money laundering or white collar crimes in general. You can do that on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis. You can do it with the number of cases filed. If you're a securities litigator, you can focus on recent cases that have been filed that allege violations of the securities laws, and you can analyze them quickly and briefly. But you can provide that as an ongoing thought leadership project. Maybe you are in the e-discovery world. You can track the number of decisions and the types of decisions concerning e-discovery from month to month or from quarter to quarter. If you're doing deals, you can track deals. You can track bankruptcies. This thought leadership might come across as a bit too ephemeral for many people when you look at it in isolation. When you look at a report from last year regarding last March's e-discovery decisions or a May 2022 roundup of white-collar prosecutions, it seems stale in hindsight. But look at those various pieces of thought leadership as part of a larger program every month, every quarter, focusing on that subject matter. Magically, you see how it positions the attorneys, the law firms, the practice groups publishing it as authorities, as having their pulse on the subject matter. Think about it. If you were looking for help regarding a particular area of the law, and you found a lawyer, a law firm, a practice group that was consistently publishing every month, every quarter, information that's relevant to that practice group, that area of law, of course you would think they must know what they're talking about. They're always covering it. They're covering it on a consistent basis. That connection between timely thought leadership, consistent thought leadership, and the positioning of the creators of that thought leadership as authority, that's the magic. That's the wonderful aspect of timely thought leadership. Lots of lawyers, lots of law firms, they want evergreen content. They want content that they think is going to last for years. But let's not besmirch the name of timely thought leadership. What these individual pieces of timely thought leadership might lack when it comes to staying fresh, they more than make up for it when it comes to positioning, branding, and the cumulative impact those ongoing pieces have on building a lawyer's, a practice group's, a law firm's thought leadership concerning the subject matter of that timely thought leadership content. If you're interested in learning more about how to create the kind of thought leadership, including timely thought leadership, that positions you, your practice group, and your law firm as authorities, check out lawfirmeditorialservice.com. We have plenty of videos, blog posts, and podcast episodes that could help you do just that.